I'm forgetting something. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Ah. I'm forgetting something. Oh, wow. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Oh, it's right here! Doggone it, it's right here. I'm going to tilt the camera up so that you can see my glorious Goofy hat. Hiya, Doug! So, anyways, for those of you who are new here, or just kind of stopping by, my name is Rich Drezen, and this is Drezen Draws. So, tonight, I'm going to be drawing several iterations of Disney's Goofy. So, just a little bit of background about Goofy. His lifespan goes back pretty far in Disney history. He made his very first appearance in the 1932 Mickey Mouse short. Yes, 1932. Goofy appeared in black and white. And somebody does not understand that I am doing Drezen Draws. I will yell at them later. So, anyways, Goofy made his film debut in Mickey's Revue, 1932. May 1932. He was then known as Dippy Dog, although by 1936 or 7 he became known as The Goof, and then Goofy, although he was known as The Goof even before that. He's one of my favorite Disney characters, personally. There was always something about Goofy that stood out from the rest of the Disney shorts. And I remember them fondly, even from my earliest years. So, the whole point of this episode was, I recently saw Into the Spider-Verse. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't my cup of tea. But then I started thinking about it just the other day, and I'm like, there's a Goofy verse. You know, and I've been, I've done this thing where it's like, you know those Goofy cartoons where it's like, there's a whole bunch of characters in it, but they're all Goofy? And it's like a world of Goofies? It's like a Goofy verse. So I'm thinking, this has to be a thing. This has to be a thing. It has to be like an homage to the one of the Into the Spider-Verse posters, but it's got to be with Goofy. And I think it's only fitting at this point that I shut the F up and put on some Goofy cartoons in the background. I can't stream the Goofy cartoons as I'm streaming, and I have to keep the volume low enough because if this goes on YouTube, it could get a copyright strike. Yeah, I mean, it is going on YouTube, but if YouTube were to smart track it or whatever you want to call it, then this video could get blocked, and that would suck. So, I'm not about, you know, trying to rip off Disney because, you know, Disney owns half the world anyway, but, yeah, I said I was going to shut up, didn't I?
Well, it's about time that I really did shut up and, start drawing.
Oh, yeah, we can't really face too far that way. I mean, we kind of can, but, it's probably best that we don't. Yeah, this seems safe, so that... But we have to see some of my lovely hat while I'm doing it, right? Right. And now, legitimately, on with the show. Okay. Now, first and foremost, we got to get the this is going to be a long one, folks, so if you would like to take this opportunity to prepare some refreshments, I would do so. And if Kelly Gordon is watching, dude, I think you're about to get your all-nighter. And Kelly, if you're not watching, I assume no responsibility for you missing said all-nighter. It's on you. It's on you. So if anyone is Facebook friends with him here and wants to scream at him to get in here, be my guest. I would do it, but I'm drawing. I can't chase all of you people down. I was reading in Neil Gabler's book, Walt Disney, The Triumph of American Imagination, that at one point, in about 1941 or 2, Walt Disney himself was kind of, not loving the Goofy cartoons. And it was the How-To series of Goofy cartoons that ultimately saved the character's theatrical short series. I don't know who came up with them, but they're genius. And they're still some of the funniest cartoons ever made, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Now this actually isn't going to be used in the final piece. This is just a warm-up. The first cartoon on my playlist is 1942's The Olympic Champ, which remains one of my all-time favorite Goofy cartoons. In the Goofy cartoon theatrical series, there were, I believe, 46 theatrical shorts released between 1939 and 1965. Regular production of them ended in 1953, along with... the Pluto shorts ended in 1951. And the Mickey shorts continued until 1953. Briefly, of course, because by this time, Mickey Mouse hardly appeared in any cartoons. And if he was, he was often overshadowed by Pluto, Donald Duck, or the like. Perhaps one of the best-known Goofy cartoons is The Art of Skiing from 1941. And it is best known not even for the film itself, but a famous sound effect that came out of it. Namely, the Goofy Holler. Sometimes referred to as the Goofy Yell. It is Disney's equivalent to the Wilhelm scream, a sound effect which has been used in varying capacities for quite a long time. I don't even know how long. My best friend and sound editor Kevin Lasani would know better than I, but he's not here to co-host. Shame on him for that. Oh, one cartoon that I forgot to put into this playlist. Not that it matters, because I'm not watching these. I'm just, I have them on for background noise. Okay, just gotta change screens real quick, because I'm very superstitious about sharing certain things that are on my screen. Not that there's anything on my screen that's objectionable, but the last thing I would want to have happen is somebody hack my computer.
Because that would suck. That would make me very angry. You won't like me when I'm angry.
Okay, so getting back to the draw cam. There we go. There we go. Okay. We have this on its own layer. Don't know if I want to ink it now. I might as well ink it now so that this way I can put it away. I might have to do this in layers because sometimes you never can tell with Illustrator, you know, whether or not it's going to give you problems or not. So I figured just kind of nip it in the bud before it, you know, becomes a concern. Just ink it now for the heck of it. This will go down in Drezen Draws history as the show with the most characters drawn in an episode. With, I don't know, how many am I drawing? I don't even know. I have the references all saved. I think we're going to have to add some smoothing to the brush. Now I know why they call this cartoon Hockey Homicide. As if it weren't already obvious. If it's a hockey cartoon and Goofy's in it, you know that there's gonna be some action. You know that stuff is going down. Yeah, Sport Goofy. Another one that I forgot to add to my list that's a really good one is How to Dance. from 1952 or 3. I think it's 52. I don't know. Some of my other friends are better with dates than I am. I used to be good at dates. Now I don't need to be good on dates because I got a girlfriend. I thought I was going to be more talkative on this stream, and I apologize. I know that there are things that I should say to potentially avoid a copyright strike with the audio going on in the background, but...
You won't report me if I don't.
Or would you? There we go. That looks... I mean, the rough that I had... I don't know. There was just something about it. When I started inking this, I was just like, nope! Not doing it. And we'll come back to this one a little bit later. There we go. He's looking pretty goofy. Alright, now we're gonna start another one. We're gonna hide this one. Okay. And I think we're gonna go with original Dippy Dog Goofy. Not quite actually the original Goofy, which had glasses and a beard. It's at first going to look like I'm drawing Mickey Mouse, but I'm not. That ear isn't long enough. What have we got here? More comments. Yeah. The primary animator of Goofy's earliest incarnations was a guy by the name of Art Babbitt. And he's best known by animation fans today for animating the character of Geppetto in Pinocchio. So, if you enjoy Geppetto about as much as I do, you can thank Art Babbitt for that. And I am not trying to use the scissors tool.
I just touched the wrong button.
Let's see. Okay, now to start inking. Like I said, I'm gonna be here a while. What we got? Yeah, we got some smoothing going on. You know you're feeling good about a piece when you say barely anything the entire stream. I would apologize to my viewers for this, but I kind of don't need to. Hopefully you're enjoying this about as much as I am. I need to hire an interesting co-host. Oh, I just heard a Goofy holler. Hooray! You know, you picked a good Goofy cartoon when there's a Goofy holler in said Goofy cartoon. Oh!
I forgotted something.
Yeah, there we go. You know what? I'm not happy with that arm. So you know what I'm gonna do? There we go.
That's a better arm.
I need a drink. That was not my laundry basket that I just kicked over. Where's my stupid chapstick? It's always something. Always something that goes missing. Everything else. Yeah. Okay, now I think we're gonna go on to Goof Troop Goofy. Oh. That doesn't help anything. Yeah, there we go. Otherwise, we would have been looking at my left arm for the next hour or so. How funny would that be? Well, it would be funny to me, but not likely funny to everyone else in the world. I feel like I'm finally starting to get the hang of this character. Let's shrink this a little bit. Let's see now. I'm gonna go back to some smoothing. I really can't stand pop-up ads from programs installed on my computer, such as Nero. Another one I forgot. I forgot a lot of Goofy cartoons to put on the playlist. One of them was Man's Best Friend, where Goofy gets a dog, which is just as surreal as it's supposed to sound. Yeah, this is Goofy from the 1992 animated series Goof Troop, which I believe at least one, if not two, of my Facebook friends may have worked on. Oh, God. Oof. That was actually a little faster than I thought it would be. I'm actually happy with that. All right, let's see. We got 3 of them so far. Oh wow, that looks compromising. Okay, we got Falling Goofy, we got Dippy Dog Goofy, we got Goof Troop Goofy. Let's see, who else? Well, I got a list. I've already drawn Jacob Marley Goofy. So honestly, unfortunately, I'm going to drop that one. I might even throw the one that I did previously into this, just for kicks, because I mean it's already done. But let's see. Now, there's a Goofy cartoon. Hip Hop Goofy. Not likely. I don't even think there was a Hip Hop Goofy. Specifically. I'm talking about stuff that's like... that a cartoon fan would know. Like a die-hard cartoon fan would know. Now, what was I saying? Oh. I didn't have the camera on me for the last 20 minutes. I apologize. I'm an imbecile. Let me see where the position is because there's a delay. Anyways, there's a Goofy cartoon from 1950 entitled Motor Mania, which features one of my favorite iterations of Goofy, Mr. Walker and Mr. Wheeler. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde type of thing. They clipped his ears like a pit bull in this one, which kind of disturbs me. I mean, it's like, what's Goofy without his ears? Now, because Goofy, or should I say Mr. Walker, is not both Mr. Walker and Mr. Wheeler at the same time, for the purposes of this print, for the purposes of this drawing, I'm going to draw them as two-headed. When are going to Troegs? Huh? I have no idea what that means. Brewery in Pennsylvania. I'm trying to remember if I ever talked about a brewery in Pennsylvania. Maybe Sebastian was talking about that on episode 50. I must not have been paying attention. Well, my girlfriend and I went to Hershey Park for our anniversary, and that was loads of fun. Oh, wait a minute. That's a tire track. This Goofy cartoon that's on right now, Victory Vehicles, is One of the first and only times in which Pluto appears in a Goofy cartoon. Alright. Hop on your pogo stick, your pogo stick, your pogo stick. That's the theme song of this particular Goofy cartoon that I'm working on. God, so many Goofies. Let's see. I think we're gonna take Night for a Day Cedric off. Where are we? 1, 2. Almost there. At some point, we're going to be doing Gooby from the infamous Gooby Please meme. So prepare yourselves for that little episode. I'm almost out of Goofy cartoons. It's probably the only Goofy short on this entire playlist that has its original titles intact. Because most of the Disney shorts that you see on the DVDs from about a decade or so ago have re-release titles on them. If you were to ask somebody like Thad Komorowski or Dave Gerstein about original release titles, they would probably be one of the first people that you could ask where to find those in a home video release. Because there aren't a lot of places, quite honestly. I gotta take off the Goofy hat. For anyone else coming in, I removed the Goofy hat not because you are here now, but because it was just getting a little itchy. I've been kind of sweating today at work. If anyone remembers the Weasels from Mickey's Christmas Carol, they didn't originally start there. And I believe they did not start in The Wind in the Willows. Or maybe they did. I forget. But they also made an appearance in the cartoon that's currently playing in the background, How to Be a Detective from 1952. The year my dad was born, incidentally. think I'm gonna turn off the smoothing on this. Okay, the hard part on that is over. Goofy's glider. It's like the second Goofy cartoon ever made back in 1940, and that's on right now. Oh boy. Oh, almost forgot. Gotta get rid of that. And we're gonna save again, because I don't want to be an idiot and not save. Let me get to the front camera. At this particular point in the stream, we are going to observe a 2-minute bathroom intermission. So, I hope you won't mind. Don't go away. Okay, we're back, and there's going to be more goofy drawing.
Oh, it's gonna be.
Let me just check something first. Let's see now. I just had to share this with a few people.
Okie dokies. Hi, April.
Or Perdita. Sorry. So anyways, just to bring you up to speed on what's been drawn so far, we have Mr. Walker and Mr. Wheeler from the 1950 Goofy cartoon Motor Mania. Although this was not a two-headed character because it's a split personality, I figured I'd make it a two-headed character. We started with the more traditional model of Goofy, and we did more or less a modified version of his original design by Art Babbitt from around 1932. We did Goof Troop Goofy, so yeah. And next, I'm debating whether or not I want to do... Oh, yeah, I have a list here of stuff that I'm doing. I had to drop... two iterations at the last minute because I was just like, yeah, I gotta draw background for this too, and I'm like, how late do I want to be up? I mean, I've got some steam left in me, so you know what the hey. So next, I think I'm gonna draw a rather obscure iteration of Goofy known as Super Goof. Now, unless you're a Disney Comics collector or are familiar with any of the stories in the Disney Comics of the 50s, 60s, and 70s, you may have heard of Super Goof. Flies around in his friggin' underwear. It's pretty silly. And you'll mostly see him in the European Disney comics of that era. And the Goofy cartoon I have playing in the background, I got a whole playlist of them, but the one that's playing right now is Hello Aloha from, I believe, 1951. 1951 was a very good year for Goofy. He appeared in 9 theatrical shorts of his own, and a few others. There was also, of course, the Donald and Goofy series that Disney produced. And it's funny because... Perdita, you weren't here earlier, but it would probably surprise a lot of people that the Goofy theatrical shorts were almost canceled by Walt Disney himself because he really hated the direction they were going in the early 1940s. But they brought in some pretty good revenue, and even though he himself wasn't crazy about them, he had to meet his commitment with his distributor for a certain number of cartoons per year. Even though Disney wasn't making cartoons exactly for a movie studio, because he was an independent, he still had an obligation in order to keep his films in theaters. At least until he created his own distribution company in 1953 called Buena Vista Pictures, which was recently totally renamed Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. Now, Perdita, you also draw comics as well, so you are more than welcome to share your page information here in this video so that some of my regulars can find your stuff. I can't promise that the cape I'm going to draw on Super Goof is going to be a Neil Adams-esque cape, like was normally drawn for Batman, but I shall do my best. And of course, the customary oversized, goofy shoes. I am so sick of YouTube ads. It's ridiculous. It's at like epidemic levels. In the beginning, it's you get two before a video. You get the ads that are during a video. I mean, before and after, not during. That's very disruptive, you know? I hate that. Hopefully they're going to do something about it. I know a lot of these advertisers, they kind of got deep pockets, so it's not like, you know, they should be that desperate to sell Snapple to people. Come to think of it, I take it back. Snapple wouldn't do that to people. Good God. So many friggin' ads. There we go. Oh boy, what do we got here? I think this is Motor Mania. Just funny. It's like, I could swear that I've seen this with original titles. Not that I'm paying too much attention. Oh yeah, this is Motor Mania. That's where these two buffoons are from. Mr. Wheeler. Let's see now. Okay, now we can kind of make the brush strokes a tad more accurate.
I wonder if somebody else jumped in.
Ah, okay. Let's see. BPG FA Comics. They are adorable, to say the least. They are adorable. I think you've got this this one character that's supposed to represent you, and the other to represent your husband, and the way that you drew the arms and the hands, I just think that's so adorable. And another ad, this time for, whatchamacallit, a car company. Oh, big surprise that it's a car company. There are more ads for cars and banks and everything, things that cost a lot of money, that most of us just don't have a lot of. There's two things that most average Americans don't have. One of them is money. The other is sanity. Because we're all busting our humps every single week. And we're broke. And things and stuff. Oh, yeah, that's right. 3 fingers. And I was about to draw him with 4. I mean, 5. No! Tonight, you're going to be visited by 3 spirits. It's like my favorite thing in Mickey's Christmas Carol. Tonight, you'll be visited by 3 spirits. Now I don't feel so bad about sucking at math, you know? My dad's the math wizard, not me. Oh my god. Ah, there we go. It's like, I need music. California or Bust is the title of the next Goofy cartoon on the playlist up in here. Son is home. This ought to be fun. Can't wait to move out of this place. Super goof. I guess the only other one that I have to put in here is Gooby. And then I can start coloring. But then I also have to add the set behind all this maximum goofage. There is so much going on here, it's not even funny. Actually, it is.
Because it's Goofy.
Another favorite Goofy moment of mine is in the short How to Dance. The narrator, you know, who realizes that Goofy is really uncomfortable dancing in public. He's like, "Are you left holding the bag, Are you stuck with the check while others enjoy themselves? Do you have 2 left feet? And then it zooms in on Goofy's feet, and it x-rays into his shoes. And as he asks, do you have 2 left feet? Goofy's like, of course. And you see, he quite literally has 2 left feet. I love that. It appears we have quite an offensive cartoon on in the background. But that's okay. I'm not actually watching it. Alright. So, let's review what we have so far. We got the more or less official Goofy, Dippy Dog Goofy, Goof Troop Goofy, Mr. Walker, Mr. Wheeler, and Super Goof. And we're going to finish off this this Goofy roster with the. I can't believe I'm drawing this stupid character. Oh my god. I can't believe I'm about to rough out this character, but there's, you know, there's a method to my madness. Oh. And just so everyone knows, I love my girlfriend. My girlfriend, Stephanie, is amazing. She's wonderful. And I just think everybody should know that. Dolan, you want me kill Spoderman. Gooby has one arm longer than the other, at least in this picture. He's got overalls instead of the usual vest. Let me see now. Gooby. Gooby, please. Oh my god, so many ads. I'm trying to concentrate and they're giving me ads. But, truth be told, there is a way that I could do without the ads. and that would be buying the complete Goofy DVD set from the Walt Disney Treasures line of DVDs. But I ain't gonna do that because it's been out of print for 17 years, and it's fetching a bare minimum of about $150. There were only 125,000 sets that were issued, and as much as I want it, I'm not going to pay quite that much money for it. It's quite ridiculous. Let's see. The smoothing is off, so that's... One thing that I'm realizing is there's an art to drawing well, and there's an art to drawing badly. Now the history with Gooby and how it all came about with like Dolan and Moki Mouse and Daffy Duck and Boggs Binny and Spoderman. Perdita, you know all of this. If you know what Gooby is, I'm sure. But man, I mean, some of that stuff is just disturbing. Gooby, I'm sad because you won't kill Spoderman. These began as MS Paint webcomics in the Netherlands, I think. And somebody over here, I think translated them and translated them poorly. And I guess the internet just kind of caught on. It's like Big Chungus all over again. Only without this, we wouldn't have had Big Chungus. Oh my god. Gooby, please. I'm gonna let you guys look at that for a moment. I shall return, hopefully with a little goodie. think I found it. I think I found it. Well, don't die. Dying is a good way to get killed. Okay, let's see. Is it this one? Is it this one? Please let it be this one. Yes. Yes. It's this. Oh boy. So, my friend Thad Komorowski, who deserves all the credit in the world for this. Really great guy. In some circles, you either love him or you hate him, but I'm not here to discuss that. These Mickey Mouse comics and other Disney comics that are published by IDW, up until recently, were translated by a group of American writers. These stories were written in Italy, they were written in Norway, they were written in Denmark, all over the place. And these are official Disney comics, but they were only available in Europe. So, funny enough, they were discovered by a small group of people. Among them, David Gerstein, and they tried to convince Disney for a number of years to localize them. And that's what these books are primarily. They're localizations of stories that were written decades ago by a number of extremely talented artists. And the only thing left to really do is translate them into English. And Thad Komorowski is also a film historian and writer of the book Sick Little Monkeys, the unauthorized Ren and Stimpy story. He has said to me, and he's commented whenever I posted this, that this panel right here is his greatest achievement in comics. That's right. Gooby Please made it into an official Disney licensed product. It went in right under their noses. Right under their noses. I love it. And, you know, these comics are pretty spectacular on their own. The art is fantastic. And no, that's not Minnie Mouse, that's Eurasia. I can't explain her. I don't know what she is, but she's kind of cool. So anyways, back to the drawing. It just sat weird. Okay, time to start coloring, which is often one of my favorite parts of the creative process. I'm almost out of Goofy cartoons to stream. I might have to start it over. What's playing in the background right now is 1939's Goofy and Wilbur, where Goofy is going fishing with his little pal Wilbur, who is a grasshopper. Okay, let's see now. Goofy and Wilbur is a pretty good cartoon. It's got some nice gags in it. But overall, you know, I mean, it's nothing to really write home about. And now Goofy is attacking a stork. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to be making a bridge for these guys to sit on. Some of you might be thinking, Rich, this is Drezen Draws for crying out loud. What in the Sam Hill are you doing using a mouse? And I shall tell you whatever the heck I want. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it. Holy crap, I think I got it. Oh, I got some old family friends that are going to be listening to this. I better watch my language. don't think they'll lay into me for that one. But there are some Drezen Draws episodes where we kind of go off the deep end.
No, you're not supposed to do that. Stupid illustrator. Why you gotta do that?
Ah, there we go. Oh!
I didn't mean to do that.
I just hate when I do the thing that I'm not supposed to do, but I do it anyway because I'm a dummy. And when you're a dummy, you do dumb things because you're a dumb, stupid idiot.
And dumb, stupid idiots make dumb, stupid mistakes all the time.
And sometimes they're held accountable for it, and sometimes they're not. Alright, there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a brush out of this thing. And with any luck, this is going to work. There we go. Now what we're going to do is, like this Into the Spider-Verse poster, we're going to... Oh, who's talking? Oh, gee, you're going to get tough now.
Ooh. Yeah, I shouldn't do that.
Okay, always got to name your layers. And sometimes if you can't see, when you're coloring in Adobe Illustrator, you got to use a color that that you don't use in the foreground and put it in the background so that you don't get distracted and done goof again. Because, as our old family friend Dr. Barry Nierenberg would say to his wife Marcy during a trip to Disney when she was trying on hats and stuff, "Don't be a goof, Marcy." I should play that video, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. That's personal home movies. It's adorable. Everyone would love it. It's so great. There we go. That's one goofy down. Now we got to figure out where to put this guy. I think we're gonna put him over here. Did I miss anything? Oh no, I got I think maybe for kicks, what I'm gonna do when this is all said and done is I'm gonna throw in Dolan. Perdita, I know. I mean, you and I have a similar appreciation for these kinds of memes. I'm sure you know of Mr. Bubs and the genius that is Mr. Bubs. There we go. Oh, almost. Nope, we got everything. Now, just in the interest of time, I have copied in my reference material so that this way,
Oh no!
so that this way I can choose more appropriate colors. There we go. Which one is this? Ah, yes, Hockey Homicide. How's that for a title? Okay. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that that you find this relaxing. That's music to my ears. You know, I mean, the whole point of this is you know, to not overwhelm people with inspiration, but just to inspire people enough that they're like, you know, that's good. You know, I can do that. I think I'm gonna do that. It's a good feeling. There we go. Just put on this this one goofy cartoon called For Whom the Bulls Toil. I think it's the first Goofy cartoon that I ever saw. I must have been either a year and a half or 2 years old when my parents rented this for me at a video store, which may seem like ancient history to some of us now. But yeah, back in the day there were video stores. I ought to know because I used to work at one. This cartoon was on the video that I rented, And it's probably one of the best Goofy cartoons. Goofy is a bullfighter. Now, how could that possibly work? Let's be real. I mean, it's Goofy. How do you think it's gonna work? And the opening title and a good portion of the music in it has this mean trumpet solo that is, oh my god, I love it. I effing love it. It is so great. For Whom the Bulls Toil, 1953. Seek it out on YouTube. Highly recommend it. This is one of my longer episodes. Normally these shows can last from an hour to 2 hours. I have done one that's been over 3. So it varies. There's almost always something that I'm cooking up. Shoo, Ballsy, shoo! Goofy's trying to get rid of this bull that's in his way, not knowing that it's a big, ferocious bull that could kill him. But then again, this is a Disney cartoon. To quote George of the Jungle, "Nobody dies in this story. They just get really big boo-boos." I'll take that corny nonsense over anything, I guess. I don't know. I forgot what I was saying.
It happens.
You know, let's get the Disney tone color in there. There we go. There we go. Alright, now I can delete this thing. Save myself a little bit of RAM and processing power. Oh, I think it's time to put more appropriate attire in place. So, I mean, let's be real here. had it on earlier, then I took it off because it was getting itchy. So, you know. Let's see where we're at now. Whoa! Hey, you know what? I'm gonna have to reposition some of these guys. Oh no, I broke Gooby. I am so glad. I'm so glad that you're enjoying this. This is some of the most fun that I've had drawing a particular character on here. I'm definitely selling a print of this at one of my next shows. This is too good not to. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but, you know, I'm really liking the way this is going. Oh, he's got yellow gloves. Why did I not realize that? Oh, missed a piece of the cape. Wow. Let's see. You know what? There's too many lines here. Oh, good. You know what? I'm gonna make this Goofy the same size as all the others. Okay, and now we're gonna add Dolan into the mix. Fade this in just right. I'm gonna have to put a city in the background or something just to make this, and I hate to use the phrase, pop a little more. So... That's enough of that. I also have to shut down my PS3 because it recently updated. I was gonna stream the no, not stream. I was gonna play the shorts on that so that I didn't have to use my phone, but I ended up using my phone anyway. So, oh well. It's not the end of the world. This is about all I can really do right now, I think. Signature. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, here on the 61st episode of Drezen Draws. Into the Goobyverse! I mean, Goofyverse! Dag nabbit. I blew it. I can't believe it. I said into the Goobyverse when I meant to say Goofyverse. I done goofed.
So anyways,
this has been another exciting episode of Double D, Drezen Draws. I bid you all a good night. And be back here.
I think we're doing an episode next week.
Let me check my schedule. Are we? We are! Forgotten DC Superheroes. Same time, same Facebook page, or YouTube the next day.
Bye-bye.